It's the Pinkie the Pig Show. Okay, it's me. It's Pinkie the Pig. It's time for the Pinkie the Pig Show. Thank you for listening to our podcast from planet Earth and the universe. We know they're listening. And I'm here with my excellent friend Mildred the Moo Cow.
Hi, Pinkie. How is Pinkie the Pig?
Pinkie the Pig is fabulous. How is Mildred the Cow?
Mildred the Cow is fabulous.
Yeah, well, guess what we were talking about?
What?
We were talking about grackles.
Grackles? You mean the bird?
Yeah, the grackles. They kind of look like crows, and they cackle.
Oh, the grackles cackle?
Yeah, they're cackling grackles. That means they're talking, squawking.
Oh, but I don't think we really have any grackles around here.
No, that's why we were just talking about them, because they like more of a humid climate.
That's right. They like the moisture in the air and the humidity, which we do not have here.
No, but we have crows. They're very similar to the grackles. The crackling grackles. Almost said crackles.
Yeah, the crows are similar, huh?
Yeah, we have crows. Farmer Tommy has scarecrows out in the fields to keep them away from the corn, because crows love to eat the corn. They'll eat the brand new little seedling when it pops up out of the ground. They'll eat the kernels. Yeah, but so we have lots of scarecrows out there. They scare the crows, and Lady Lynette goes out there all the time, maybe once a week, and changes their clothes and changes their hats.
Oh, so the crows actually think they're real.
Yeah, because if you got to mix it up, or they'll figure it out. They're really smart.
Yes, crows are very smart.
And one time we were walking, and Farmer Tommy, he was working, but Lady Lynette, that's who takes care of me.
Right.
And her daughter Penelope, she's 10 years old now.
Right.
Well, the three of us were walking, and the crows were squawking.
While you were walking?
Yeah. And, okay, they were talking back and forth. They were communicating. We've done lots of podcasts about birds that communicate.
Right, not just birds, but animals. Vocally, they communicate.
Yeah, but my favorite one is not vocal. It's the elephants. They stomp on the ground, and then their elephant friends miles away, they feel the vibration and the message and the signal and the music and the rhythm, and then they communicate. They tell each other stuff.
That's right. So the crows were talking.
Yeah, they were squawking.
And so then what?
Well, okay. The crow would go, caw, caw. And then another crow would go, caw, caw. And then Lady Lynette, she goes, caw, caw.
Oh, and then what?
Well, now the birds are listening to Lady Lynette. Now they're going back and forth. Like then the crow would make three sounds.
Oh, yeah. Caw, caw, caw.
Yeah, but pretty good. And then Lady Lynette would make three sounds back.
Oh, communication.
Yeah, and then the crow would go back to two, and Lady Lynette would go, caw, caw.
Oh, what about the four?
We're going to try that next time.
Okay.
The crows are very smart.
Yes, they are.
But, the grackles, we don't have those around here.
No, but the grackles are similar to the crows and the blackbirds.
Yeah, the grackles are bigger than the blackbirds, but they're smaller than the crows.
Right, and what about the ravens?
Oh, the ravens. Those are big blackbirds, too. Those are big. They're big.
Right, and both the crows and the ravens are both highly intelligent, and they do look similar.
Yeah, but they're actually quite different. I know because the first of all, the ravens, they don't like to be around people. They live in the nature and the wilderness, and they're like the true scavengers. They just want to eat the meat and the insects and other birds. The ravens are scavengers. Well, kind of so are the crows, but not as bad. I mean, whatever. The crows will eat fruits and vegetables, and the crows are smaller. They are, absolutely. A raven, the wingspan is 50 inches, where the crow wingspan is 35 inches. Yeah, and the feathers on a raven are very shiny, but the crow's feathers are kind of flat and dull. They're not as pretty. The ravens, their feathers, they reflect the blue and the purple, where the crows, they have green and purple. The ravens don't have any green. The crows have the green. All right, but like we have spoken before, they don't have the pigment color in the feather itself. No. It's all about when the sun's light comes in and the shape of the feather refracts the light and it bends like a rainbow with the water particles, and that's what makes the iridescent colors on the feathers. At nighttime, they just all look black. You got to have the sun to see the pretty colors. That's right. Very good. And a raven, Pinkie, can live 30 years, where the crows, their lifespan is about 8 years. Yeah, but people have taught crows to talk. Oh, that's true. You have to spend a lot of time with them. Yeah, we've talked about talking birds a lot. We have. But the raven does not make the caw, caw, like the crow does. No, the raven has a deeper voice, a deep, hoarse sound. No, Pinkie, not that kind of a horse. No, you mean horse. Right, and that's spelled Horse, a horse sound, not a horse, a whinny, Horse. No, you mean a horse sound, a raven. Oh, something like that. Yeah, and that expression, it's an idiom, as the crow flies. All right, that expression goes back to the mid-1700s. Yeah, as the crow flies. All right, when you're referring to the distance between two places, 2 points, someone asks you directions and you'll say, oh, it's 5 miles as the crow flies, but it might be 10 miles to actually drive it. Yeah, as the crow flies. That, okay. Mm-hmm. All right, Pinkie. Well, there's a very famous poem written by Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, yeah, he goes way back. That's right, Pinkie. He first released this in 1845, The Raven. I'm just going to recite the very beginning. Yes, please. And Edgar said, once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. For the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. Brother, wow, the Raven, back to 1845. Uh-huh. But Mildred, I'm confused. Was the Raven named Lenore? I'm not really sure. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you.